Oh, wow. Okay. So, welcome to Wise Digital Marketing with Melissa McClary Davis. We're over here on YouTube. I have a very tiny YouTube channel that I am growing as an agency. There's a lot of information about marketing that I feel compelled to share, and this channel is a very good channel to knowledge share, right? To get a lot of information out to those who really need it regarding marketing. So, this is the first time. It's Friday. I decided to give it a try, give it a shot. I have a weekly series that I've been doing on some of the other channels. I'm on Instagram. Follow me there, as well as Facebook, LinkedIn, and so I started this series a couple of weeks ago. But I figured let me bring it over here to YouTube because it just fits, and it will allow folks to just pause, take time to really gather the information, take notes. So have a pen and a notebook ready. But we're going to talk a little bit about finding the right marketing resource. So this is a new series that I have. I actually have a blog article. If you want to go over my website at wisedigitalmarketing.com. You can read the whole article, but I'm going to talk about each question that you should be asking your future potential marketing resource, whether that is an agency or a freelancer, or even if it's your cousin who does marketing, who got her little degree in marketing. So these are some questions that you should ask. I'm going to start with the first question that you really need to ask your marketing resource. But before I start with that, let me just talk a little bit about why or when is a good time to look for a marketing resource for your business. You're a small business owner, or you're a solopreneur, or maybe you're just a marketing team of one and you need some help, um, and you are looking for somebody to kind of take over your marketing. Maybe that is just not your zone of genius. That's not an area that you like. And I have so many clients that have come to me and have said how much they hate marketing, which wounds me so bad because I am a marketing geek. And so the fact that they actually hate marketing is shocking to me. But I do have some clients who don't like it, and it's fine. That's the thing about small business owners. You wear a lot of hats, and if there's a hat you could take off, a hat that you could pass on, that is the only way you can grow successfully, because you need to replace or take yourself out of certain positions or certain areas in your business to focus on those things that you do really well and those things that you love to do. So marketing could be one of them. So at this point, you could be 1 year in your business, 2 years in the business, and you just need some help, or you know you need marketing to grow, and you just don't have the skill set. You just don't know anything about it, right? Maybe you have worked with some marketers in the past and you have gotten burned, or they promised you things and maybe they did not deliver, or you weren't really in the right position to understand what they can do, and maybe the expectations weren't set right. So you kind of moved on from that. Maybe you really didn't have the budget at the time. You didn't have the expectation as to how much it was going to cost to have a marketing resource, but now you do, and now you want to make sure you make a proper investment in your freelancer. So in order to do that, you can go with referrals, which is fine. Somebody that who's worked with somebody in marketing and get a referral. That's always great, when you do that. But if you don't have good referrals, and you need some help, and you've gone out there and maybe you have looked and you've gotten, maybe you've gone out to Upwork or some of the other freelancing websites, and you see their portfolio information. But here's some questions that you probably need to ask too, that sometimes there's just not there in those data points, those portfolios, but they can help you find the right resource. And why am I doing this series? I know I didn't mention it, but if you're on my channel, you can find out more information about me. I'm doing this series because I have over 25 years of marketing experience. I have hired, I have fired marketers. I have had teams of marketing folks. I have teams from 2 to 20 that I've managed, and so I know that there are definitely certain skill sets that you want to look for that sometimes is not known in the job description. The job descriptions may not have that. So, and as a small business owner, you really just want to ask, some key questions that are really going to help you understand if there's any red flags on who you hire, and kind of just safeguard yourself. So the first question that we're going to talk about is, Do they understand your buyers? And I mentioned that because that is one of the most important things that your marketing resources needs to know. They need to understand who your customers are, who are your buyers. Now, they should be able to ask you those questions to get at that. And then you need to be able to give them information. So if you can give them information about their buyers, you make sure that they can reiterate back who your target buyer is. And if you don't know how to give that information, ask them, what do you need to know about my buyer? And they should be able to provide you either with a template, a form, some examples. They should give you some examples for sure of what a buyer profile should look like. And that information that they will share with you, and then you can go ahead as a owner and fill it in. If you have issues with filling in, they could help you with that. But they got to make sure that they are a part of that, and they really need to know your buyer. So if you're working with a freelancer and they don't ask you about who your customer is, who's your buyers, and to get into detail, not the general stuff like, oh, is a woman between the ages of 30 and 50. She lives in the United States and she may have two kids. That's general. That's not enough. They need to get to the details. Even if it is almost like a work of fiction. You may or may not know this about your customer, but they need to know, like, what do they watch on Netflix? What are their um, social economic interests are. So you need to get to that information. You may not have that for your business yet, but as you interact with your customers, you can get that through DMs, through comments that they may have from a social standpoint, through how things that they've purchased from you that can kind of give you some indications. But you really want to get a good idea of your ideal customer, and they will help you get more detail around that. But you know what? You need to make sure that they have a good idea and ask that question. Do you understand my customer? Do you understand my buyer? I sell X. What's my typical buyer for this? And they should at least give you some sort of general idea, and then you add on to that. So that is the first question that you should be asking. I'm going to go ahead and probably set this up, every week, and talk about the next question. There's at least 5 or 6 questions that I'm gonna go through. So if you do see this live, great. If not, it's going to be a video on my channel. So hopefully you'll be able to catch that. And if you have any questions about this, and if you need some help, click the link below. I do have you can book a free discovery call with me, and I'm happy to kind of help you lay some of this out in that call. Or if you just need help and you need a resource, I do a number of different things. You can just book a call with me, and I can kind of help you with that. So take care. Enjoy the rest of your day.